I knew there was something hinky about this volcano. And this guy caught it. He caught the grid pattern. It's over the entire thing. Listen, I want you guys, this is Demon Hunter. He caught the pattern. Look at this. Here, check this out.
Still the grid there.
This is bad, guys.
Let's look at it here. You can see it here more clearly. I've overlaid some lines so you can see the grid. You can see that the darker red dots all line up and follow this grid pattern. Okay. You will notice that it is not just, well, let me show you something here. If we come over to Hawaii, take a look at that earthquake up there to the northwest. The one right here. That's an interesting earthquake way over there. Take a look at these earthquakes over here near these other volcanoes. Those are very interesting too. But we're going to focus down here and at the Helena Slump, which is right there. This is the Helena Slump. Here's the caldera. This is, as of right now, you can see that the pattern is still there. It's been holding for at least 4 days. When I first found it 4 days ago, I suspect it's longer than that. But you can see the pattern is still there. Okay? Now, you have to ask yourself, why is that pattern there? And we're going to get into that. But first, I want to show you something. If I click on this, and I zoom this on in, there is the Hallelujah, or however you say it, the crater, the one that you're normally looking at when you think about the volcano in Hawaii, that normally you can see the lava up at the top, and everything around it is solid ground. But we can see this. Well, the magma dropped, went out of sight, and then all this area around it started caving in. And this entire area here, which is 2.5 miles across, that's 2.5 miles wide. Excuse me, that entire area has now caved in, okay? The whole Kilauea summit here has caved in. And why is it caving in? Even this parking lot that you see right here, half of it has caved and slipped into this area. So this crater itself, which is the new mouth of the volcano, has caved in, even bigger than what it is now in this photo. It's expanding. Now, realize that this grid that I'm showing you is not focused on, whatever the manipulation is not focused on this 2.5 mile wide crater. It's focused on this bigger crater. Let me show it to you. There, you can see it now clearly. See that big circle? That's actually the mouth of the volcano, the throat, okay, of Kilauea. So, as you can see, the grid is focusing on the entire mouth, which is about 8 miles in some areas across, 9 miles in other ways, 8-9 mile wide volcano throat. And they are obviously manipulating this volcano by using some kind of weapon to cause earthquakes to happen in the exact spots that they want them. This pattern.
Now watch the wire.
How else can you explain it? You can't. So, you have to look at it. Are they just playing a game and just placing the earthquakes at these points for some kind of silly reason? It can't be that simple.
No, it's bad.
Definitely more diabolical. And it tells me that they are messing with the entire volcano, that they are manipulating it for a reason, that they have a plan for this volcano. And I still, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I talked about the Helena slump, which is over here. Basically, if we look at, go to this version here, we all know that the magma and the lava runs all the way down to the end down there, all the way over here, right? Sorry about the scratchy sound. This slump, I mean, if they're able to cause earthquakes over here in a pattern that they want, I'm sure that they can cause earthquakes here on the slump. The concentration of earthquakes, when I switch this filter and go to the last 7 days, it'll just include 3 magnitude and above, and you can see that you still got a good number of earthquakes. The yellow ones are earthquakes as well, yellow and the red. So you got a good number of earthquakes, and they focus on this entire area across the coast. In history, as you can see, this is a huge cliff right there. The cliff goes straight down, like 13,000 feet straight down. Almost exactly straight down. You see, this mountain is 13,000 feet tall. Only about 3,000 feet of it is above the water level. So you got about 10,000 feet straight down off the side of this Kilauea mountain. This Hawaii mountain. Okay? And the sea floor is right there.
It's gonna go down 10,000 feet.
It isn't like a normal mountain that you're normally used to seeing. It is a big, huge plateau right up here that goes up ground as well towards the volcanoes. This whole area, from about here in the center of the screen over to about here at the end of where you see those last earthquakes at, is on a big overhang ledge. And I highly suspect, this is just a suspicion, but I am highly suspicious, that the reason for this manipulation is not for fun. Okay? It is for a reason that has to do with bringing this Helena slump into the ocean and sending a mega tsunami, according to Berkeley University in California, that would be 1,000 foot high and hundreds of feet high when it could come into North America. You see, this all ties to things much deeper and diabolical.
Oh, it gets bad.
This ties to the fact that they want the western United States evacuated. They don't want anyone living in the western United States. Rock of the Dome in Israel. There is a rock inside the Rock of the Dome. That big building with the gold dome, the only thing in there is a rock. And I know of nobody else to discover it, but I discovered that that rock is an exact replica of the western third of the United States. And I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. The topography and everything is down to exactly right. And that same exact western third of the United States happens to be also the exact same western third of the United States that the Bureau of Land Management and the Federal Parks Administration have taken over and declared all of this land. For instance, like in Nevada, 95% of the land in Nevada is is no longer land that you can go live on, land that you can purchase, land that you can build a city. You cannot. 95% of Nevada, about.
He goes on to say California, Oregon, Utah, Colorado, parts of New Mexico and Arizona. There was this leaked Navy map that came out back in the day, and they were talking about this. So, it's crazy because people were talking about a volcano tsunami in IPEC Goat 2. And this was right before all this started happening. And I was like, what are the odds? What are the odds? And then all of a sudden it's happening. Is this not crazy, this grid pattern? I mean, let's cut to this part in the video. He's talking about the fires in California.
Using energy weapons from drones. Look up the videos. They're there. The proof is there. To burn down entire neighborhoods. To burn down forests. Particularly the neighborhoods is what they were after. They want to drive people out of California, out of New Mexico, out of Nevada, out of Colorado. All those places are under attack. And I unfortunately think that this is going to be a weapon they're going to use. And what they're going to do is when this caldera gets ugly enough looking, which the entire thing has caved in at this point, for the second level crater. The third level crater has not caved in yet, but the second level crater has. And when it looks ugly enough, what they're going to do is they're going to drop a rod of God. Look it up. It exists. A rod of God down the throat of this volcano. And when it goes down the throat of this volcano, you are going to get an explosion on a level that I don't think humans have ever seen before on this planet. And it is going to blow the head off of this mountain. And another thing it's going to do is send the Helena slump slamming into the ocean down to the depths of 10,000 feet, causing a tsunami at 1,000 feet, 300 meters, according to Berkeley University, based on their models. And it's going to send a tidal wave, a mega tsunami, out across the Pacific in all directions. And it's going to kill, murder because it is premeditated, murder because it is a conspiracy. It is not I guess it is a theory at this point, but we have evidence that they are doing something, that they are messing with the volcano. We know that the elites of the world have a plan stated by the UN, the United Nations, via the Sustainable Development of 2024, to get the western third of the United States completely evacuated.
In the U.S., and underneath it all is this rising tsunami that, if we're not careful, is going to wipe us all out.
Pretty crazy. Pretty biblical. Yeah. I always had a feeling like, I'd seen somebody other make a video and they'd kind of shown that, there was the slope there. And if it obviously, it slid off there before or whatever, but that if it did, it would literally, 10,000 feet down. It's going to keep displacing water freaking the whole way as it goes down. And, it's pointed directly at, us for the most part. The whole West Coast. So that's kind of interesting. But that guy put it together way better, and especially if, his grid patterns have shown that they are hitting that, is we know they can do that type of crap. So, pretty disturbing. Maybe something you guys should share. Alright, love you all.